Greetings, gamers! Welcome to part number 70 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War. And in today's episode, I have to deal with the Valhalla Loptir Cult right next to Frege.
If I may, Lord Julius, I'd like to lead the Waisenritter to bolster the capital's defense. This will require that I leave your side, even for a while. I beg your forgiveness.
Why the rush to get out of there so suddenly, Ishtar? All the soldiers they could ever throw at us could never so much as scratch me. Why even bother with these maggots?
Yes, I know. But for me, there is no greater pride than being one of Frege's great mages. My parents and brother lie dead, and I cannot stand to leave their murderers to run amok. Please, all I ask is a chance for vengeance.
It sounds as if what you really want is to join your family in death on a rebel's blade. Are you really so desperate to escape me, Ishtar?
No, nothing like that, my lord, Julius. I love you. Nothing will ever change that.
I know. Very well. Fight if you must. I won't stop you.
Thank you. Now, I beg your pardon. Meng, Bleg, Mabel, we sortie at once. Yes, my lady.
Now then, I think it's time we put an end to this sorry show. Deadlords, move out, and someone order Arion's unit to attack. The time for games is over. Every last rebel dies, here and now. The rebels have come to play at last, I hear, Julia. Why don't you join them? Purge all those who dare oppose the Empire.
Yes, my lord, your excellency.
Alright, so a few little developments have occurred. First and foremost, I have quite a lot of very terrifying units heading my way, led by Ishtar. Meng, Bleg, and Mabel are also very terrifying Pegasus Knight units. And that is Julia you just saw move. Yes, she is red-coated. Interesting that these guys decided not even to bother with Seliph. I guess it makes somewhat of sense because he does right now have 20 resistance, but still I should have equipped the Tyrfing. Then there would have been no chance of potentially somebody deciding, oh, you're a very good target, my friend. I want to say, so I can reach all of these buffoons except for the bishop. Yes, I can. So with that in mind, it's possible that I don't need like another unit to help. I'm very seriously considering waiting until Dermot, as well as Nana and Fee are within range. The reason why that is just simply because I'm gonna need some accuracy help. I'm gonna need every single combative unit I possibly can muster. The issue is you do not want to face these units like out in the open. So it's almost as though I should probably just KO them as best as I can. The issue is also with that, I don't think it's possible for me to KO everyone this turn, even if I really, really wanted to. Javelin, let's see, I'm doing 29 times 2. What's cool about that is I will actually KO here if I hit both times. Alright, so I didn't even double, unfortunately. Alright, Tornado, or Forseti. Why did I just say tornado? Forseti. Sweep them away with the howling winds. Oh, it's actually kind of funny. I watched once somebody play this game and get a javelin and a hand axe to critical, and it turns out that if you are to do that with relatively good statted units, they're actually pretty fantastic weapons. Come to find that out. It's a little bit crazy, all things considered. Alright, so I might be able to, with these 4, KO the rest here. So here's the problem. If for some reason I cannot KO the 4 that are left over with my units, which I don't... well, actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to, because Oifi doesn't double, which is really a shame. It's because these guys don't have any weapons to slow them down. I wish they did. It would make this marginally much easier. Why did I say marginally there? So the only one who has a chance to KO here is Leaf and, of course, Arthur. I don't even think Oifi does. So Oifi only has a 24 attack with this, and they have resistance. So he would have to crit. So the problem is, if Leaf is put to sleep, it's basically game over. I have to reset. So I think... man, I think it's for the best for me to not do this and just reset. Like, I can attack 1 with Seliph right now, but I'm going to have to wait till next turn. I'm just not really sure here. I guess I could try with these 3. Alright. Javelin. That is 1 Deadlock Prin. I really wish Seliph doubled, but there is just no way that he can double with the Javelin, unfortunately. Which means there's going to be no way for Oifi to double with the Javelin. So with the Flame Sword, he's going to have minus 12 attack speed. He's not even doubling with that, unfortunately. So it almost begs the question, do I even bother with the Flame Sword when the Javelin has more damage? I guess the Javelin is what I'm doing. And all of these fools will hopefully be gone over the next turn. I can move up just a little bit here. And I think that's pretty much it. Everybody else is A-okay. Leaf actually, oh, you know what? This is not okay. Leaf could use this turn to go ahead and repair the rescue. Especially because he's going to most likely need to restore somebody next turn. Arthur actually needs to repair the Forseti. Though, spoiler alert, this is the last crew that I'm going to be fighting with Arthur, or any of my particular units. In this realm here, Seliph still needs to do some stuff, but other than that, no. So I think, yeah, I'm going to have to reset for that. Alright, this should be much better. We have no time. home to return to, men, but we must keep going nonetheless. Chalfie's fall to our blades shall be the first step to winning back our fatherland. Now move in. Show these liberators one final defiance from the Draco Knights of Thracia. Unfortunately, I don't think your defiance is going to be met with anything relatively good. Veltomer phase. Valhalla phase. So next turn, I think I'm going to fight all of these units, except for maybe Ishtar. At least most of the units. Alright, sleep. I am pretty sure this is just going to automatically hit. So he's put to sleep. Oifey's put to sleep, but that's actually not a big deal whatsoever. You know, I didn't even check to see if Lean survived that, but I knew that she was the likely target for an attack of that sort. All right. Restore. Very nice animation. I've actually not seen that recently. It's been a while since I've seen it, to say the least. All right, so now I can finish off these units here. Alright, so Ishtar right here does not have a leg ring. I think she's going to be able to reach pretty far, though, just due to the fact that... Okay, so she can reach. Not exactly great. Arthur could be cooked here, but I'm going to hold off on that insinuation. Javelin. This won't be a KO quite yet. And equip the Tierfing. Wow, I'm actually going to get a KO on the hand axe. Hilarious. I still don't particularly think that something like the hand axe would ever be truly good. And it just has to do with the fact that its stats are so terrible. But you could make it decent. I think that's the thing. Alright, so I think, yes, Fee will be able to reach next turn. And time to heal up Johan. I actually think he's going to end up being the target for the next Fenrir. He's doing 36, so Lean is actually perfectly fine. And I could potentially need Ares. So I shall wait with him right here. Ishtar's group is... Oh, I have to reset. Alright, so I missed something very important. I need to talk to Arion.
That's enough, Arion. Why? Why in the world do you still refuse to see reason?
Altena?
How could you be so craven? How dare you place your own vanity and pride over what truly matters?
What do you want from me, then?
Take a good hard look at Prince Seliph. Ask yourself this, why is he still fighting? For whom is he out here day after day, setting his own suffering to the side?
So Seliph fights for justice, and I somehow do not? Is that what you're trying to say?
Very well, Arion. If you won't see reason, so be it. Come on, kill me, end this. My life is in your hands, Arion. I die with no regrets.
Altena? Very well, you can rest easy now. I get it. I was wrong. My mercenary days are at an end, and my final task is with Seliph. Wait. No. With you. Now I fight for you, Altena.
Arion.
That's a quaint little scene. You basically semi-recruit Arion. He's not an actual recruitable unit, but it's pretty easy to get him and his unit to do basically whatever you would have them to do, like if you were controlling them yourself. So you just fly over this mountain range with Altena and go in and fight the Dead Lords. I'm going to be showing those off at a later time. First of all, I have to deal with Ishtar. 30 magic, 30 speed, plus 10. So she basically has 30 attack speed, 27 resistance, plus 5, so 32. 47 skill. It's actually kind of insanely good that this woman does not have something like critical. That would be kind of abysmal. 70 HP. I think she's going to be even a struggle for Arthur to face, but one way to find out. Arthur right now has quite a bit of support, so I think he should be fine, but if not, I'll just move him back a space, because that will be far enough that he will be out of the range of Ishtar for this turn, if need be. Because like I said, it could possibly be that he's going to need it. Elwind, 0 hit. I think that guy just procced an Adept. I wouldn't imagine that any of these units could actually hit, or double Leaf, that is. Alright, Brave Sword. You actually had a reasonable chance to hit there. But reasonable is not enough. Yeah, Arthur is no longer stealing gold because he is at the maximum. Unfortunately, I think he's going to either break his Forseti or come very close if he doesn't get crits. And he needs crits right now. That's pretty much what would save the Forseti usage. Otherwise, he's only going to have 16 opponents he can fight. I think there's less than 16 here, but still. The units I really am worried about and really have to watch out for are the Pegasus Knights. I actually think that the combination of fighting them as well as Ishtar is going to make this impossible for Arthur to do in a single turn. Though, that's pretty good.
Die!
Yeah, these units are very interesting. They're all going after Nana.
Taste my blade!
I didn't show them off yet, but I guess I could. That must have been an Adept proc. Ooh, and a crit. Don't tell me.
This place will be your grave.
Don't tell me. Yeah, of course. Time to reset. Alrighty, so a much better outcome there, I would have to say. All I did was move some units back, and Arthur was able to deal with the majority of them. Meng and Bleg decided to attack Arthur as well as the other, so he ended up KOing one of them. These units are insane. They have Pursuit, Adept, Nihil, and Critical, so they can't be crit. In fact, the only way that Arthur can KO here is if he hits twice or procs an Adept, because he can't crit or anything of the sort. Now it is time to finish off you, finally. Lopter Bishop. Gone. Perfect. Alright, So I have to make sure that Fee or Lean can reach. I'm assuming right here would be best because I would like 4 units to move again, so I'm going to do just that. Brave Sword. I'm only doing 18 times 2. That is enough. Perfect.
Luck be with you, Lady Ishtar.
Yeah, I don't think luck is going to save Ishtar, unfortunately. And of course, the Light Brand. Though actually, this is kind of a little bit of a mistake. I should have attacked at 1 range. I'm only doing 6 damage. Oh, but it doesn't even matter. I procced Adept. Very good job, Dermot. Finishing off these buffoons.
Lady Ishtar, my sisters.
Yeah, these bosses are pretty much as insane as Ishtar is, for different reasons. Mend you up. And this next turn will be the last turn I have to deal with these units. Alright. Brave Sword, of course. The Tierfing is going to be used in this chapter, not very much. It's unfortunate because, like I said, the wonder of the Brave weapons is that they are so darn powerful that even if you have something like a holy weapon, I don't think that they compare. I just really do not think that they compare. And this will be a double and a KO. The Brave weapons are just so much more powerful when they do get crit, because here's the thing, even if you could get a holy weapon to crit, what is one thing that the Brave weapons can do that the holy weapons can never do? And the answer to that question is be used on more than one unit. I shall dance with thee. Move her up as much as possible. You will go right there. And you will restore. Oifi's restore or restoration here doesn't matter even in the slightest because I'm not using him any further concerning combat or anything of the sort. However, he can go ahead and sit on the throne of that particular castle. The rest of my units can get ready because this fight is going to be a long one. So There are some very interesting strategies that can be done in this chapter, and some of them have to do with Arion's unit. So you could very easily use Arion's unit to deal with some of the Dead Lords. But another thing that you can do is by getting the Berserk Staff or the Berserk Sword, you can Berserk the Hell Locrian Bishop here, and then he can just go attack Julius. Now, his chance of hitting is not actually very high. It's only like a 60% chance, something of that sort. But if he hits Julius, Julius is left on 1 HP. No matter who you are and what damage you do in this game, you can never do less than 1 damage. And what's kind of insane about that, what this means is that Julius, there are ways to beat him without needing pretty much anything. The Berserk Edge is something you always get. The Berserk Staff is something you get if you do not pair Sylvia with anyone. And then there's just the fact of the matter that, like, there are ways to defeat this incredibly powerful boss, and I will grant him, he is incredibly powerful, without the need of training up Julia, for instance. Though Julia, once you see what she gets and what she's capable of, I more than think it's worth it. In fact, I typically fight all of the rest of the Dead Lords with just Julia. And the reason why I do that is because I just find it so very cool that she gets that opportunity to shine. I'm also going to be going through the arena with her. I have to basically reach her as fast as possible next turn, over the next couple of turns. And then I think what I really have... Okay, so what I have to do in order to recruit her is I have to reach Veltomer, defeat Veltomer, and then I have to reach her and talk with her with Seliph. It's not at all an easy task, and the reason why is because of just positioning where you are. Right now, I'm actually about a turn or two behind what I would like to be. But the problem is that if you put Arthur too far out, especially without like Dermot and Nana's charm and Seliph's leadership, you could potentially have some pretty bad issues with this whole fight.
Still your tongue and feel the wrath of the blanker of lightning.
The goddess of lightning. Good grief. 81 hit, even with all of the... Ooh, could she adept? She did not adept. Doesn't matter, she is now defeated. You put Arthur in wrath, unfortunately.
Lord Julius, are you pleased?
So this combination of skills that Arthur has is just kind of abysmal if you really think about it. He's just never going to be defeated by anyone. Alright, so you can go ahead and strike this foe down with the Brave Axe. Perfect. I do have to be careful here. I don't want... I actually really did not want Julia to go this route. It's kind of very unfortunate. I was just not quick enough here, but it's not that... I mean, it's really not that big a deal. Let's see. Where can Lean go? Is this too far? It is not too far. Very nice. Perfect. That was a pretty darn good level up, Lean. Level 12. This is about where I get her to. The thing is like I've said before, she's not ever really necessary for something like combat, so it's not like a big deal. All right. And then the rest of my units can just wait over back here. I have to be very careful with positioning, especially with Julia, because I definitely don't want Julia to come back and just, like, fight these units. It would be a great distraction, but she would also KO some of them and potentially be KO'd. And I think that's pretty much it. Lana is going to be of no use for the rest of this chapter, and I must move on. Let's see how she decides to move. If she tries to go across, like, the forest, I think that would be pretty much perfect. Ooh, that's exactly what she's doing. Very nice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can reach her right here, I think. This will probably be the last turn that Lean is useful for this strategy. I hope she can reach there. She can. After this, I'll have to move Lean as far away as possible. Perfect. Since Julia is following, now I can just move my units as close to here as possible. Without getting too close, that is. Just because on the off chance I want to have help for her, it's better to have that help waiting in the wings than not. Though I really don't think that Julia is going to have any kind of issues whatsoever. But it is better to be safe than sorry, especially because I have the units. So what's it matter? Altena, I could move her also for the sake of potential help. I just don't want her to go too close because those enemies will decide to attack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I think I have to be careful about range here. So I can go right here. Ready for the next couple of turns. And like I said, Lana isn't really that useful here, unfortunately. But that is another turn passed. Thracia's phase is now. And unfortunately, this has to be the end of the episode, just because I think it's been past time, let alone the fact that I have much left to accomplish, and I might as well part that in other episodes. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe, depending on your platform of choice. Leave a comment down below, and while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.